Solidarity Flotilla faces drone attacks as Spain and Italy deploy warships for protection. More than 50 civilian ships from 44 countries are advancing toward Gaza to break the blockade despite drone attacks near Greece. As Israel's threats of intervention continue, Spain has deployed a warship and Italy has sent 2 frigates to stand by in the area, ready to assist the humanitarian aid convoy if needed. Sila Atlantic project to connect Morocco's power grid to Germany via massive underwater cable. Energy company Xlinks has announced plans to deploy a 4,800-kilometer underwater cable system that will transmit 15 gigawatts of renewable electricity from the Moroccan Sahara to Germany starting in 2034. The project is expected to supply approximately 5% of Germany's total electricity consumption. Microsoft suspends specific services to Israeli intelligence unit. Following heavy criticism and an internal investigation, Microsoft suspended the cloud storage and AI services used by Israel's 8200 intelligence unit to store millions of Palestinian phone calls. Other security contracts remain in place. The decision came after employee protests, the dismissal of 5 staff members, and a UN report accusing Israel of genocide in Gaza. Turkey announces revival of historic Hijaz railway project in cooperation with Syria and Jordan. Turkey, Syria, and Jordan have reached an agreement to reactivate the historic Hijaz railway line during a joint technical meeting. Turkey will complete approximately 30 kilometers of infrastructure within Syria, while Jordan will handle project maintenance and potentially operate train services extending to Damascus. Egypt and Turkey conclude Sea of Friendship naval exercises, first in 13 years. Egyptian and Turkish naval forces completed the Sea of Friendship exercises in the Eastern Mediterranean between September 22 to 26, 2025, featuring frigates, attack vessels, and submarines. The joint drills mark a significant restoration of military cooperation between the 2 nations following the diplomatic rift that began in 2013. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger announced withdrawal from International Criminal Court. The 3 Sahel nations issued a joint statement in September 2025 declaring their withdrawal from the International Criminal Court, accusing the tribunal of colonial repression, and confirming their pursuit of establishing a regional criminal court. Their obligations regarding ongoing cases will remain valid for 1 year following the notification. General strike and mass demonstrations across Italy condemn Gaza aggression. More than 70 Italian cities witnessed widespread protests on September 22, 2025, called by labor unions to denounce the war in Gaza. The demonstrations were accompanied by strikes that paralyzed transportation, ports, and various institutions. Clashes erupted between protesters and police in Milan and Bologna, while port workers blocked roads leading to Genoa's harbor. Russia and Ethiopia sign action plan for first nuclear power plant construction. Russia and Ethiopia have signed an agreement in Moscow for the planning and construction of a nuclear power plant, marking Ethiopia's entry into nuclear energy development. The comprehensive document includes feasibility studies, a construction and operation roadmap, and training programs for Ethiopian personnel. Independent South Yemen ready to normalize relations with Israel. Idaris al-Zubaydi, leader of southern Yemen's separatist movement, announced that an independent South Yemen would join the Abraham Accords and establish diplomatic relations with Israel. The separatist leader emphasized that independence would grant decision-making freedom and effectively isolate the Iran-backed Houthis. Saudi Grand Mufti Abdulaziz al-Sheikh dies at 82. The Saudi royal court announced the death of Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Abdullah al-Sheikh, the kingdom's Grand Mufti and chairman of the Supreme Council of the Muslim World League, on September 23, 2025. Funeral prayers were held in Riyadh, with absentee prayers performed at the Grand Mosque in Mecca, the Prophet's Mosque in Medina, and mosques across the kingdom.